A Byakhee is a creature from the Cthulhu mythos by author Howard Phillips Lovecraft. What story did they appear in? I can't remember. I think in the first episode. Well, I mean, I have my book right here. Let me grab it. The Lovecraft, the Peterson's Field Guide to Lovecraftian Horrors. And it is, if we go to B, no, Chthonian is too far. Byakhee, it doesn't say what story it's from, which is annoying. Okay, so moving on. We are going to continue our drawing of the astronaut riding the Byakhee. But before we go any further, let me tell you about my there we go. Torrance Art Hole. It's on my Discord. I have a Discord channel. If you go to the comments, the description of this video should be the link to my art hole where you can see my art and other people's art as well, and maybe yours if you go there and post your art in the post my art. What is the channel called? The channel called Post Your Drawings. I guess it doesn't have to be drawings, but it could be paintings. But aren't paintings just drawings with plussed up? All right, so last time my creature didn't look quite like this. I made some adjustments. Somebody pointed out during the last live stream that my Byakhee was looking a lot like my Hound of Tindalos. Let's take a look at that. Torrin Atkinson, Hound of Tindalos. Just plugging that right into Google. There it is. And see, this is my Hound of Tindalos, and there were some. There's still some similarities, but I changed the eyes. I gave it more of a furry mane, and I changed the nose. The nose was kind of indistinct last time. And this guy, yeah, there's differences, but there's also similarities. But so I decided to keep some of the similarities, but get rid of some of the other ones. So moving on from that, we are going to. I don't know if we're going to finish this today, but we're going to try to make some progress. So here was the first. Yeah, actually, here it is right here. You can see my underdrawing here. Where is it? What layer is it on? There we go. So that you can see that a little bit more. This is the spaceman. Yes, there's the head. You can see what's different in the head. And where's the new guy? Where's my new guy? Here, let me do it this way. So you can see the changes there. I made the eyes more like insect eyes. That ties in with the description of H.P. Lovecraft saying it's part ant. And the other part that's going to be part ant is, if I can bring let's get rid of this old drawing now. Where did it go? Where is it now? I don't need that anymore. I can go on the bottom. The hawk legs, I don't think I need those anymore. They can go on the bottom. Those are reference files. The NASA dude. Am I finished my NASA dude? I think it's pretty close. Where's yeah, I'll need that. There's the rough drawing of the NASA dude. I don't know what layer he's on now. There's the legs. Okay, let's bring this back. Bring in my white. There's the. So the other thing we're doing is we're gonna put these antennae. That will make it look even more like an insect. So maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll start on that right now. So the brush we're using is Rusty Nib 2, and it's 35. This is the size of the brush. And where should I put these? I kind of have this weird, I don't know what this is called, some kind of a space sensor, space nose for detecting things in space. But let me turn my thing to black here. Let's actually look at some ant. If I have some, let me go to my art reference, I have a whole thing of art reference. And if we go to my arthropods section, I have some. Here's a guy. Here's a dude. From the macro page, as you can see. Red Aceredo. Aceredo? Is that the last name there? Reg Aceredo. Drone pilot and photographer. There's some, yeah, typical antennas there. Wondering if I have anything more interesting. I got a lot of spiders, and as we know, spiders don't have antennas. And some bees antennas. There's a wasp. Oh, this guy's got kind of. Oh, are those his? Yeah, here we go. I think that's more like the thing I'm kind of going for here. So that's cool. That's cool. But let me just Google. Let me Google or maybe I'll just Google interesting insect antennae. Ding 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 ding. I'm getting some weird moth stuff. I don't want to go too extravagant because I don't want it to be. It's already plenty busy, so I want it to be a little more streamlined. But look at this guy. Check this guy out. Look at those antennae. Where'd it go? It's gone. I have to scroll down. Yeah, look at that guy. He's got. Oh, that's pretty great. Maybe I can do something along those lines. That's kind of cool. Let me try it out. Let me go on to my rough layer here, which let's make it, I don't know, gray. And it's already, I think the opacity is, oh no, the opacity, let's turn the opacity down. And let's see. Let me use this guy. The only thing is, like, do they just come up behind? Are they coming out behind this weird sensor thing? Like maybe. Or maybe. That's kind of cool. That looks kind of like a weird mustache. It's gonna be. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Oh no. Something like that. Something like that. But I really, there's a big strong urge to put like that other Beatles, this guy. Little things on the end, on the tippies. Like, I really have an urge to do that. Let's draw them, and I can always erase it later. Are we in agreement? I think we are. The other thing I wanted to change, looking at it now, I roughed in the tail. Super rough. And, hey, Adam is here. Welcome. Some beetles have weird flowery ones that are still somewhat simple, like fireflies. Well, let me check out firefly antenna. You're always a font of useful drawing reference information. Firefly antenna. Goes to some product that I don't know what that is. So it's an actual antenna for a car, I guess. Oh yeah, I see it. Let me just type in insect. And that will. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But that's still too busy. Here, let me show for those of you who don't know. Will this go to the... I reject optional cookies. Can I zoom in? No, that's as close as we get. But you can see, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but not... There's too much. There's going to be, especially when I do the wing behind the antenna. Let me get my microphone in the right spot. Also, do I still have any water left? I do. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't want to amplify that busyness. But let's get back to this tail. All right, so let me go to this is my rough layer. Rough. Let me not do black. Let me do, well, let's get it right back up to, and let me change this to, I don't know, like a blood red or something. G, and I can, nope. I just want to do the black parts. Just the black parts. Contiguous? Oh, I see. Okay, why does that not, that's weird. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it now. But, so I was thinking that instead of coming down like that, which I have, it should follow the spine out this way and then go around like that. Let me try something else. Something like that, but not that. Let me do a bigger brush here. Let me make it chunky. All the way up to, yes, something like that. Oh, something like that. Maybe a little less. Oops. Okay. Get rid of all this blue stuff. Because I've finished it. I did that part. Oh no. So I finished this all last time. I did not I don't think I did live stream that part. So let me imagine. I don't know. Something like that, maybe? Too many turns? Too many twists and turns in that tail? Definitely want... I feel like maybe the existing tail that I have is distracting me a little bit. Let me get rid of that, too. I don't think I need that anymore either. Okay. Back to the rough layer. Let's make the opacity just a bit so I don't get confused about what layers I'm on. Something like... And I could put things more... I could do the firefly thing on the end of the tail. The firefly. Something like that. I feel like this leg is not finished. I feel like actually everything in here is kind of sketchy. So, but we'll come back to that. Too many curves. Too many curves. More simple. Or to put it another way, simpler. Does that work? I think that works. Okay. Let's keep moving. And then I could, I mean, let's do these. Let's do them. Let's commit. Let's commit. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba. I'm going to do the ba, da, da, da. Get it down to our correct size, which is, what did we say? 35. And then oh no, my eraser's too big. It's okay. I watched a movie last night called Good Fortune. Just not a memorable or good name for this movie. It was written and directed and starring Aziz Ansari, the comedian. What just happened there? Get rid of that window. All right, let's try this. Gotta make the noises. And then let's just do those stripes. Right? Put these guys here. We can always erase that later if we don't like it. Very easily. Although, is that the one with Keanu Reeves as an angel? Yes. Yes, it is. And the characters are all interesting and different. But I also feel like the authenticity is not quite there. But it's good. I enjoyed it. And it had a good heart. Had a good message. Generally well acted. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, as Keanu Reeves as kind of a very low-level angel who's not very good at his job and makes some mistakes. But the movie's also not about him. It's primarily about Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen and their relationship. And yeah, it's weird. It's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's a timely movie. It's kind of about gig culture and how it's unsustainable. All right, so I think that's kind of an interesting. Those are interesting. Those are interesting antenna. I think we'll leave that as it is. And what's next? God, I'm not looking forward to doing those wings. Part of me wants to. All right, let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of that. Spaceman, the new Spaceman. The new Spaceman's on the same layer as the Byakhee, so I guess that's how it's going to be. I thought it would have been wise to do it on a different layer, but no. Here's the question du jour. Let me take this. Let me make it like that, I guess. What is KKK? There's nothing on layer KKK, so let's use layer KKK. Let's imagine I want to make the background black. I want to make it spacey. Oh my god, I feel like this is not the best. Let me choose a different. Let me just do something basic so it's not. There, that'll. So just imagining for a moment, just preliminarily, I mean, maybe the best way is just to. This is space. Let's make it darker. I feel like the general. It's going to be less horizontal and more square, I think, if I want to do this. Let's make it even darker. And then let's imagine. There's other ways of doing this, but since I'm just exploring, I'm just exploring now. Let's where are my wings going to be? This is more or less going to be my wing. My wings. All right, I've already drawn this one. And zip, zip. And this is where we've decided we're going to put the tail. Here's the claws as this horrendous space beast lands. I see a problem with my antenna almost touching the wing claw there. But let's imagine. Let's use our imaginations. And then this. I mean, this could work. This could work. Could kind of even get rid of, yeah, okay, so we get rid of that. Now let's make that nice and dark. Let me zoom out. For me, I feel like it's gonna have to. Oops. At least that. And oop. This is gonna be my background. Black background. The edges are much too nice right now. But if you can imagine a rough edge around here. This guy looks like he got the DoorDash address really incorrect. Yeah. So let me get rid of that rough layer as well. What am I seeing here? That oh, I see what happened. G. Okay. And that's kind of cool. And then there would be some stars and shit, you know? Boom, 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 boom. The general idea. Let's do, let me grab some kind of a crazy brush. Let me grab, what kind of a crazy brush can I do? Bonus effects? Grungy background wash. Oh, that's, no. Dry media brushes. Let's see what you got. No. I think we go back to... Oh, it's thinking. It really didn't like that brush. Don't crash on me now. Don't you crash on me. It's thinking. It's thinking. Come on now. Some stars and shit, you know? Tornac, it's 2025. Yes. Did I crash it? Did I crash it? Don't be crashing. Here, let me close some of the other things I have open. I'm gonna close my Discord. I can close my Discord. I don't think that will affect anything. Oh, see that? I got the spinning wheel. That's progress, at least. All right, let me take a drink. It's thinking. It's really thinking. I'm going to take a screenshot. There we go. Okay. So, let me undo a couple things. No! Still. Come on. Damn you, Snow. Give it some more time. This is what happens when I work at 600 DPI. Sometimes it's too much. There's too many DPIs. Come on. Oh, it really hates that brush. That brush is just too much. Maybe I should get rid of that brush from my program altogether. Okay. Are you really stuck? Am I going to have to close the program? Am I going to have to shut the program down? Can I? Oh, lordy. This sucks. But I just did a bunch of work and I didn't save it. All right, we're going to wait. We're going to wait a little longer. Maybe if I stop clicking on things, it'll help. Okay, that's a noise. Can I open another different program? Or another different image? Let me try this one. Open with Photoshop. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. That's annoying. I don't like it. Boo, I say boo. So, what's going on with you? Let me check my YouTube. We are going to continue our... This is me listening to my YouTube. This one. Open with Photoshop. No. Okay. YouTube. Are you done? Taekwondo, looking good. Yeah, thank you. I think my my program froze. You popped in just as absolutely nothing is happening. Because Photoshop is not responding. Photoshop. It detects the cursor. I might have to restart. Lose the work I've done. And how long have I been working? 27 minutes. Should have saved. Should have saved. But maybe it'll maybe it will if I force close it, when I open it, it'll say, do you want to restore your project? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to, where have I got this? This is in illustration. Is it under gaming illustrations? Call of Cthulhu and Delta Green? Bait Al-Azif. Yes, there it is. So, I'm just going to make a quick copy. There it is. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to move it over to my backup folder. Just so I have a backup on a different hard drive. So let's put this in same spot on the other drive. And then I can force close. Yes, great. All right, I'm going to. Yep. Let's shut it down. Close window. Is anything going to happen? No. All right, we're going to Control Alt Delete. And we're going to go to Photoshop and we're going to end task. Yep, we did it. We did it. So sad. All right. So now, if we open up Photoshop again, ding dong, it'll probably crash. Let's see. Look at that. Recovered. Fantastic. Save as. Nope. Illustration. Let me move it. Let me move this folder over. Save it as. What is it? Gaming Illos. And Call of Cthulhu. Sorry. Sorry about that. Bait Al-Azif. Byakhee space recovered. Okay, saved. All right. Thank Gord. All right. We're not going to use that brush again. Whew. Oh, Nelly. Let's stick to our... Let's go with this one, maybe. What was I doing before that whole thing? Yes, okay, great. Before that whole thing happened. Some Johnny Quest music. All right. We're back in business. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Oops. Oh, that's fine. Something like that. That's where the tail's going to go, more or less. So, yes, thank you for joining me now. Dun, 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 dun. I have to fix this antenna and that wing claw. I lost all that amazing, all that amazing texture I put in there. Okay. But let's... All right. I don't like the placement of some of these things, but we don't need to worry about that now. Let's get rid of... What are we going to get rid of here? Wings. Are we get rid of it? Yes, we're getting rid of the wings. Okay, cool. I didn't... Let me check this here. Oh, yeah, we had put some... Okay. G. Nope. Is it because... That's because the opacity is 66%. All right. G. Now, we had put... I remembered... Let me go back to this. The idea was there's going to be some holes in the wings. Because the wings are more or less cosmetic, right? Doesn't need these wings. It's a Byakhee. It's got magic or some shit. But this is the idea. Where's the light source coming from? Like, I feel like this could all be in the shadow. Which would make... I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Let me zoom out. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. All right. So, painting things, assembling things, got Naushka on the TV. Fantastic. That sounds about right. Windows 11 error. No, Windows 10. Windows 10. I haven't upgraded. Flies through the voluminous ether powered by booze. Space meat, yes. So this is... No, those are two. Shooting stars? No. And then actual stars. I don't know if that'll work. Maybe it has to be more of a gray and less a black. But let's make it black and just take a look at it. What am I seeing here? I mean, it's stark, right? Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. I mean, if I put like more of a halo around him, he's going to be easier to make out. But is that going to come across as cheesy? I don't know where that thing is supposed to be. And the spaceman too. I mean, it might work. It might work. It might not be terrible. but it's definitely would take some... What am I looking at here? I see. Those little sideburns I got on them are not going to read. I can tell you that much right now. But it might be okay. It might be okay. I might have to just thicken some of the lines around his head. Like, for example... Again, this is just the test layer. Bam. Let me make it a little translucent so I can better see what I'm doing here. Love that. Love that little. Oops. I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. Maybe I get rid of those stripes on the antenna for starters. But I think I could do it. I think it might be manageable. But so as I was saying, for example, let me save. This is the new bong. So like this stuff would be darker to be more legible as separate from the That's pretty good right there in the teeth. And the edge of the mouth here. No, because this part's black. I don't need that. Don't need that. This part's black. This is where his eye ends. Just going to be a little bit confusing to look at. Because if it went all the way... is there a solution? I guess the solution is I could put the wing a little lower, maybe on both sides. That's his chest, though. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Oops. So if you look at it from far away, you can tell where everything is, Spaceman included. Dun, 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 dun. It's a maybe. It's a definite maybe. It's a possibility. So let me put this in just so I remember that it's there. That is the... This is the idea. All right, let me save. Let me save again. And then, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tail in terms of textures. But I feel like... I don't know. Let's keep drawing. I'm going back down to Rusty Nib 2. That brush doesn't give me any problems. Rusty Nib 2. It's a good old reliable brush. That's not gonna cause me any. But I wanted to get on 35. Make the wings translucent as they are membranous. Yes, that's kind of what I was. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. I feel like, you know, this might be one of those drawings where it's not just black and white. That there might have to be some tones, some grays, grayscale. It might have to be, in order to make things legible, it might have to be that way. All right. So with that in mind, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to erase all this. Erase those darks. And I can put those darks on another layer if I need to later. So this, my black, imagining here, this comes up like that. Man. Because I like the black. I like the black here to kind of frame the valise. But if I do it on the other side, it's going to, it may well confuse the antenna section. But I think maybe what I need to do, let me see if I can fix this. So, let me make another layer real quick. We're going to use red. So if I, here's my two options. I can move the antenna, because right now this is the problem area right here. So I either move the antenna, like I could do that, and then, because right now the problem is we're getting this line here, which makes it look like they're attached, but we don't want that. So I can move the antenna and keep the claw, or I can move the claw and keep the antenna, or I can adjust both of them, I guess, is also another option. So if I did like, if I changed that claw to something like that, would I also have to change this claw? This finger claw? I could make them higher up. Now that I know that I'm going to have this, I'm going to have a little more real estate up here. That might work. And then, yeah. And then do that. I think I might have to get rid of the little feather bits, because as I suspected, they cause more problems than they solve. So let me redraw some stuff here. Using this red as a guide, I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to erase all that. And you know what? You know what? Let me think. Let me draw this out on my red layer here. Here's this neck. Here's his middle line. There's the crest of his this polyhedron. His arm comes out here. So his arm would also come out then there. So there would be like there, I could draw some arm there, but I feel like that's gonna, you know what I could do? What if, here's an idea. Let me save my work. Let's take his head. I'm taking his head. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take his whole head. His whole goddamn head. Let's move it. No! Wrong layer. What if we move it over here? Where was it? It was here. Move it over there. What happens then? Does that make things better or worse? I mean, I have to redraw his neck. I think it makes it a little better. I think that might solve more problems than it causes. Possibly. Okay. Right? We hope. Okay. So let's get rid of these stripies. I mean, is it easier to erase the stripes or to erase everything and redraw the... I feel like it might be better to redraw. So... And I mean, you know what? I'm going to get rid of... Oh, God. I'm off my brush tool again. You're off your brush tool. Why isn't it erasing? B. There we go. up. Okay. Okay. Part of me wants to draw it with white. I don't want to get into that right now. So, yeah, I'm on the right brush here. And then this one. Where is that claw gonna come in? I need my red back. Bring my red back. Red back. Red back. And then I can kind of do the same thing. So I don't have to redraw everything. I could just move this guy up here. Twist it around a little bit. I don't want to make it bigger. I just want to rotate it. Something like that. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Something like that. I'm just making shit up at this point. Da ba 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 ba. Does that make sense? Some Johnny. Oh, that reminds me. I need to buy the Johnny Douglas, composer for some Saturday morning cartoons, has released a new CD set, and I means to buy it. That's what I means to do. Okay, so the other, let me think here. There's another bony bit. Right? Dun, 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 dun. And then parallel. In parallel. And so where did we decide? Where did we land on this? Feel like it might have to come out like that. Membranous. Something like that. I don't know. Like the shaggy wings are kind of a good idea in some ways, but it makes it harder to get nice, simple black areas. Yeah. All right, let's do this other. Nope. Some Scooby-Doo music. Is that the best? Is that the best I can do? What if I did something different? Nope, wrong layer. What if the red part? What if it was there? What if it was, what if, erase this. I've got one here, which is fine. It's kind of like a Chinese dragon in a way. No, I don't like that either. Is that the way to go? It might be the way to go. But what if... Oops. What if we went down? That's more beetle-like in some ways. But it also looks a little bit goofy. Well, the Jade Emperor supposedly rode back and forth from heaven on a dragon. Oh, that Jade Emperor. Let me just try some different iterations here. Maybe that's the one. What if... Yes, I'm listening. What if they were just longer? God, I got too many crazy lines going on here. But I know that I don't like what I did. I know that I don't like that. Let me get rid of it. Let me get rid of that. Maybe I come back to it. Maybe I just draw. I just draw the wings and I come back to that pesky antenna later. So what I have to do is fix this part up. The elixir he drank for his immortality was space meat, and he kept a Byakhee around. Yes, yes. Nice. Nice. Oh, I don't want to be drawing on that layer. In fact, we're going to delete that red layer right now. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to this other rough layer. Anything on here we like? Sure. Use that color. So this is our new neck line. I don't know. Let's try it out. But I think we could put, since I'm here. What's this? What's that? That's on this layer. Get out of here, you don't be confusing me. Don't you try to be confusing me. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay. I'm drawing on the rough layer again. Don't draw on the rough layer, Torn. That's dumb. It's a dumb thing to do. Okay. Where do we want to go from here? Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Yeah, something like that. Is that going to work? Does that look like something? Not really. Here, let me... That looks like a mess is what that looks like. Here, let me make it all nice and dark. Is that better? Oops. No. Is that better? No. God. Okay. Erase, 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 erase. We love to erase, erase. Okay. This is his ribs, basically. And then this. Is that a little cleaner? Maybe that'll just have to do. Maybe that'll just have to do. Let's get this defined. Okay. Okay. All right. What do I want to do? Where's my spaceman? There he is. Let's see how we're doing with him. So, I think spaceman is mostly done, except for some is not. So, let's see what I can do here. Oh yeah, I gotta do his backpack and everything. Okay. Like, his arm is pretty much all done. Grow bigger. His arm is done. The valise is done. Oh, I was going to put some, yeah, some stickers. That's a good idea. In fact, let's do that. Let's get rid of this weird bulge. And we can put some... a suggestion of stickers. Too much? Do I like it the other way better? I feel like it would be like more like that. Those are stickers, in case anyone's wondering. In case anyone asks you, those are stickers. All right, so. What was he doing with his leg? His leg just kind of disappears into nothingness. Like, I feel like his foot is behind the wing. Behind the joint of the wing. Would that make sense? Spaceman. Like, this is all done. All this stuff is done. Right? Isn't it? This is all done. His helmet's done. His arm, his shoulder pad's done. This is all main. So I guess his arm would come... This is all no longer relevant. So many layers. My God. Let's take a look at my... I must have my NASA guy. There he is. There's my NASA reference. Some of it from Sketchfab. Don't really need that anymore. I think this is the one I was using for my reference with the... Yeah, let's grab Or do I do that? No, let's do the backpack first. The elixir he drank for his immortality space. Yes, I read that already. Been reading, Adam says, been reading the new Johnny Quest comics, and there's an arc where they go to the future, and Jade and Race have a kid who has a problem because she acts like Race and Jade's kid. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so let me move this, I don't know, here, I guess. Actually, let me move this. This is the one I don't need. You can go down, and you can go up, and you can go just closer. I just need you closer. Okay. So, how does that backpack work? I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. It goes. There's this rectangular part here, right? Rectangular part here that goes back, and then something snaps over the top here on either side. That's this, I guess. Yes, here, a little belt. And then some tech whatever in there. This is a weird part. This is the part I don't understand. It's like a pillow. Looks like a pillow. There's a little snap buckly thing there. And then here's a tube, which I will try to draw. Let me see, right? Yes, I've kind of penciled that in, roughed that in. Okay, so let's just, having analyzed that, I feel like I just need to make these smaller. Everything needs to be smaller. Okay. So, going back to my main drawing, we got this. Here's the wrong color, dum-dum. Fights everything, lies like a fish swims, steals anything that moves, constantly operating a side hustle, strong and competent fighter. That sounds fun. We're gonna cheat a bunch on this. We don't want to get overly complex. We don't need to worry about. We just want the shapes. We want the shapes, and for people to not say, "Man, you totally got that wrong." If we can, let's make it even smaller. Keep getting smaller. This is from Star Trek, the animated series. And then this is the top. We got our buckles. Right? Or our snaps. 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 And then the rest is fine, I think. Yeah, I don't think we need to get any more involved in that, do we? Do we? There's that hose. Put that hose in. Feel like that arm might be too high up. So maybe I can... Maybe I can fix that. And then this hose, just put it right in there. There's that hose. There's that hose. It's fine. It's fine. It's a hose. Okay. Now, what do we got going on down here? We got the box in the middle. Got the hose coming from the box, and there's another one down here, which is going to be obscured. But we'll draw it. Still, this is the correct. Let's get it right. We're there. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Something like that. Right. And then I guess it's the hipular area. Let me make that some minor adjustments on that. Legs. Something like that. We don't need to get too. Put some shadow underneath. Yeah. That's something. All right. Now I feel... Where's the top? Where is this? This is his... Yeah, yes. God. So this... Now we have more room here. So... Right. Bow. Feel like that's something. Bow. So now we got to figure out how this wing. It's really fun, and watching Race react, like, I don't want to be mad, but I can't. Or I want to be mad, but I can't, because this is 100% the kid I would raise, isn't it? It's a treat. That sounds fun. Okay, so let me save my work here and try to figure out this leg. NASA leg. This is really the only leg I have to reference. So, okay, so we're going to, this is the knee. This is the top of the knee. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, my darling Clementine is part of. Like, am I going to draw the foot here? Let me zoom out. That looks dumb. That looks super dumb. Let me get rid of this. 109. Okay. Let me see if I can pin down this. Yeah, make the wing a bit lower. Let me try this. I'm going to grab this wing, everybody. I'm grabbing the wing. I'm going to save my work. Oh, I already saved it. I'm going to move this wing down lower so that it makes more sense that he can put his foot behind it. Now, if I zoom out, does that make sense? Let me try this. So the old tried and true of image rotation. Do the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's fine. I feel like it could go even lower. Really? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it! Okay. Should let me undo. Yes. Bring this. Nope. Here we go. This is where I want to be. Oh. Why aren't you doing it? Oh, it's because... Okay, I see what's happening. Like down here? Down here? Maybe. Maybe. That's a lot. But I think it's okay. Ba-da-ba-da. I think it's okay, everybody. I love the talons. They look horrifying. The new wing pose looks more ethereal. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put it on its new layer. That way. And then let's do just a little bit of a twist here. And then we'd have to hook up the joint. You know what I'm saying? This joint here. And this will have to be something like that. This is its own. We're on our own layer, so it's cool. It's cool. Like really, like at this point. Like this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna erase all this crap. It's too fine. Because all of this will now be in shadow. We hide the mistakes. That's how we do it, everybody. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Yes. Yes. It looks a little sketchy, but I think it's okay. Should we merge? Should we commit? Merge those two layers? I think we do. Okay. So, more or less done the astronaut, except for this arm. Let me get my Nastronaut here. Is there anything? What's the deal with the arm? The thing about the arms is there's really not much to them. Okay. So, I feel like we just draw a line. Just draw a line. Because yeah. Ba-da-ba-da. Because this is going to be space. It's going to be space here, space here, space here, space here. I think, because now where will the other arm come out? It'll still be behind the head. Anatomy is important for drawing. So we've got here. Let me do this. If this is the exact, let me grab, where are we here? Let me grab this line tool. So this is the exact middle between the two. It's blue. Okay, that's fine. Go back to layer 14. This is our, more or less our center point for our monster. So these are more or less equidistant. This will be more or less equidistant. And then if this is the joint, Then the other joint, if we're being parallel again, yeah, pretty much right behind his head. Which is fine. Okay, cool. I feel like this one should be a little bit lower, but again, you wouldn't see it because it's behind the head. Right? That's how I feel about it. Dwayne Drummer. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. I'm just so I did a bunch of stuff today. I can get rid of this. Yeah, so I think that all tracks. And then yeah, that more I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Yeah. I think I can cheat the wing. So cheat the wing. Let's get to our wing layer here. Like, it's just, the wing just starts. Basically, it's going to come out of his eye here. Maybe I have to get rid of this. I might have to get rid of this here. Oops. Let me do that now. Or at least make it just less. Because if the wing's coming out here, let me save my work. If the wing's coming out, let's say here. Wrong color, but actually right color, wrong layer. How about that? So we're all happy with that. Wing comes out here. I feel like it's not perfect, but it's better. And then we can have all of that. Let me get my black up here. We can have the space come all the way right up to here. This will all be darkness. Darkness, darkness, darkness. That's all well and good. Darkness. Let me make... I mean, if it's black, then this is what we're looking at. Let me get rid of that red. Some adjustments will be made, but I think it's going to be like, it's not going to be black. It'll be, yeah, like that-ish. Like, what is that? 58% black. And I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. This is our new backpack that we drew today. And then we have the silhouette, more or less a silhouette for our spaceman. Our antenna can just be a little like white zoops. And that's fine. This is not a problem anymore. So we're happy with that. Right? And then really, doesn't need to be so, I don't know, maybe it does. Those hooks. Oops, let me. No, not quite so. Something along those lines. Could be cool. Could be cool. Right, here's our... And then we just... Yeah, I think it's okay. I kind of want to bring his head out even more. Like, what if his head was here? Wouldn't that be crazy? But I don't want to do all that drawing all over again, so... What about this tail? That's a question. Oops, let me get back to black. And like, do I... We could have some hair on the tail. You know what I'm saying? Like, not crazy hair, but... Because he's kind of got a hairy motif. And then... Like a rat tail. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I feel like I'm running out of steam. But it's coming along. It's getting close. It's getting close. And I gotta draw. I mean, the other thing I was gonna do, or the other thing I need to do. Is everything on the right layer that I want it to be on? Yeah, that's fine. Before I close out for the night. Adam, Dwayne. Oh, you're just saying hi to each other. Perfect. These things are going to have... Let me do a new layer. Let me do a white layer. We can use... There's only... Orange, sure. Like... This will have runes on it. And they will all have runes on it. On each one. Those, so that each one will be some interesting geometric shapes. And then each one, yes, each one will have runes on it. Random looking monoliths with runes. I'm not going to work out a system of runes. They just have to look like runes. They don't actually have to be runes. This is just rough. Don't worry. It's not going to be this shitty. It'll be shitty, but it won't be that shitty. Yeah. I think we're happy with that. Concept. Yeah. I think that could be cool. And then, yeah, this area here. This area here is so frickin' busy that I just don't know what to do about it. I did the main to cover up the astronaut, but and to make it not look like my Hound of Tindalos, to differentiate it a little bit more. But I feel like the main is making it. I don't know what to, I just don't know what to do about it. I can either make it lighter or darker, because right now it's just a mess. But for now, I think we're done. I will say thank you. I'm home for the holidays. I'm not going anywhere, so there will be more live streams. I'm going to think about that tail. Here's what we need to do for next week. Or next time. It could be tomorrow. Who knows? It might be tomorrow night. Because I've been dragging my feet on this a little bit. Here's what we need to do. Here's our problem spot. Fix up this. Let's make that 100%. Fix up that. Make this a little more nice and a little less shitty. We're going to figure out that tail. And then we just have to fix the wings. And these things. These things. But those will be easy. Like, I feel like it's already 90% there. And we're in business. In business. With Johnny Byakhee. Thanks for joining. Have a great Sunday night. Dwayne, Adam, Tycho Knight, Yeah, that's all I have to say. Next up, after this, I have two things. I'm getting close to being finished on my Gargoyle Mecha, which was my stream from yesterday. I did a little more work and put it on the client. I think I put it in my Art Hole Discord channel. So join the Discord, like and subscribe. And then I'm going to be drawing, what's his name? Tsathoggua. I'm doing a Tsathoggua drawing. And also, I'm going to try to finish that Cthulhu tattoo that I started like 2 years ago. Okay, so that'll be exciting. Lots of Cthulhu stuff on the horizon. Enjoy your plum pudding. Stay warm. Call your mother, or if you don't like your mother, call someone that you like. And I will see you next time on the internet. Bye-bye.